Namaskar, we are covering the most important question that might be asked in the upcoming UPSC PT examination 2021, and in this series today we will discuss about Zealandia, and this place is significant for civil service aspirants. The type of question that might be asked are: number 1, which of the following are not part of Pacific Ocean? A. Vanuatu Island, B. Sabang, C. Zealandia, D. Sinabang. Second, what is Zealandia? A. It is an active volcano in Indian Ocean. B. It is an iceberg floating in the southern Pacific Ocean near Antarctica. C. It is a micro country situated in Indonesia. D. It is a narrow microcontinent that is submerged in Pacific Ocean. Third could be Tasman Sea is situated between A. Eastern Australia and Western New Zealand. B. Western Australia and Eastern New Zealand. C. Between Sumatra and Java. D. None of above. 4. Which of the following is a part of Zealandia? A. New Caledonia. B. New Zealand. C. Fiji. D. Only B and C. E. Only A and B. Let's go through this topic and we will find answer to all the above questions. To start with, why it has been in news. Zealandia is a long, narrow microcontinent that is mostly submerged in the South Pacific Ocean, and Zealandia broke off from Antarctica about 110 million years ago, and then from Australia about 18 million years ago. It is close to be recognized as the 8th continent in the world. So that is why it was in the news. Moving towards the section that where exactly it is located. To the east of Australia, this is Australia, to the east of Australia, this entire area is demarcated as a microcontinent. Mind it, it's a microcontinent, not a country. And it is a landmass that has broken off from main continent of Australia nearly 18 million years ago, and it is known as Zealandia. Here in this global image you can see the precise location of Zealandia. This is Australia, this is Pacific Ocean in the south, and then it is the eastern side of Pacific Ocean. This is the precise location of Zealandia continent. It is a microcontinent. In this image we can have a detailed location of the new recognized continent, which is Zealandia. To this entire landmass is Zealandia, and in the northern side there is New Caledonia. This tiny island which is above the sea, which is visible even to us, is New Caledonia, and in the southern part this is New Zealand, and New Zealand is also having a cricket team. So by then you can recognize the name New Zealand. So New Zealand is a part of new continent which is New Zealandia, and Zealandia is considered by geologists to be a massive, mostly submerged continent. So all this grey color portion, apart from New Zealand and New Caledonia, other parts are submerged into the Pacific Ocean. Between Australia and Zealandia there is Tasman Sea, and this is Tasman Island. Tasman Island is situated to the south and east of Australia. Between Tasmania and Zealandia there is also Tasman Sea. Between east of Australia and the west of Zealandia is Tasman Sea. And as per the scientists, Zealandia meets all the criteria that applied to the Earth's 7 continents, and these criteria are: number 1, elevation above surrounding areas; number 2, distinctive geology; number 3, well defined area; and number 4, crust must be thicker than those found in the ocean floor. And these all 4 criteria has been met by Zealandia. The current country of New Zealand sits on the top of the new continent Zealandia. So this is New Zealand country, and this country is a part of Zealandia already. This is New Caledonia, and Zealandia consists by geologists to be a massive and mostly submerged continent. This is a part of Pacific Ocean, and all the well defined criteria has been already met by this new continent, and then that is therefore it has been recognized as a lost continent, because visibly from the space we cannot see this continent. There are some facts that you must know about Zealandia. Number one is, in 1995, American geophysicist Bruce Lewandike give the name Zealandia. So who gives the name Zealandia? It was American geophysicist Bruce Lewandike, and this continent is situated in South Pacific continent. New Zealand geologist Nick Mortimer. So Nick Mortimer along with the other scientists published a paper in the Geological Survey of American Journal calling Zealandia as a distinct enough to constitute a separate continent. So he for the first time voiced for the separate demarcation of Zealandia microcontinent. Zealandia is around 5 million square kilometer in size, and that would be same as the size of the Indian subcontinent. But since it is underwater and submerged into the ocean of the Pacific, that is why it is not visible as Indian subcontinent, and 94% of the part of this continent is underwater. Zealandia encircles New Zealand, New Caledonia, Norfolk Island, the Lord Howe Island group, and also the Elizabeth and Middleton Reef. So these are the locations of all the islands that constitutes within the microcontinent of Zealandia. Number one is New Zealand, Lord Howe Island series, Norfolk Island, New Caledonia. These all islands in the Pacific Seas are under Zealandia. Mind it, Vanuatu Island is not a part of it. We have covered differently about Vanuatu Island in our other series. If you are interested to know about that, you can check that out. As it is so happens, New Zealand's north and the southern islands and New Caledonia are actually part of Zealandia. These are few bits of the land masses that remain out of water. Let's have some other important location that has been discovered on Zealandia continent. Number one is the Campbell Plateau. So question can be asked that where Campbell Plateau is situated. So it is situated in Zealandia, and Zealandia is a part of Pacific. So if there will be options like Campbell Plateau is situated in Pacific Ocean, Indian Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, so in that case the answer will be Pacific Ocean. And there are two fault lines. Number one is this fault line, which is known as Alpine Fault, and the other fault line is this line, which is known as Kermadec Trench. So these are the fault lines which crossed, or nearly they divide the continent of Zealandia into two parts. The upper part is the northern and this is southern part. In southern part the New Zealand is situated, and if you see this trench is even crossing the New Zealand island. So in future, if there will be eruption along this fault line, so the New Zealand can separate in future. The other plateau is Challenger Plateau. Number one is the Campbell Plateau is found in Zealandia, Challenger Plateau is found in Zealandia, then the Lord Howe Rise is here located here, New Caledonian Basin is located here, and Norfolk Reef is also a part of Zealandia. These all locations can be asked in examination. Despite being mostly underwater, Zealandia meets all the criteria to be qualified as a continent, and it is elevated above the surrounding areas because some part is visible to us, and New Zealand and Caledonia are a part of it. Has distinct geology, it has a distinct kind of rock structure as well, well defined area, and crust thicker than that is in the usual ocean floor. So it is believed that Zealandia sank sometimes between 60 to 85 million years ago after it broke away from Gondwana land. India was also a part of Gondwana land, and the land mass that Australia was once a part of. And then geologists have also believed and have done research that pitching for Zealandia to be recognized as an independent continent for over 20 years. If approved, Zealandia will become the world's 7th and smallest continent. Mind it will be the smallest one, joining the crew of Asia, Europe, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica and Australia. So maybe our coming generation can read that there are altogether 8 continents instead of what we have studied in our school textbooks. Now this is answer time for the question that we have posed at the beginning. Question number 1, which of the following are not a part of Pacific Ocean? And answer will be B, Sabang. Second, what is Zealandia? Answer will be D. It is a narrow microcontinent that is submerged in Pacific Ocean. For question number 3, Tasman Sea is situated between. Answer will be A, Eastern Australia and Western New Zealand. For question number 4, which of the following is a part of Zealandia? Answer will be E, only A and B. That is, New Caledonia and New Zealand is part of Zealandia. Thank you. We will be taking up another current topic in our next video. See you there. Subscribe the Ensemble IAS YouTube channel for your civil service preparation. Namaskar.
To have more such discussions and analysis, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for notifications on our upcoming videos.